Hey guys, it's your girl Miss Mink, and we are back for another video. Today we're going to be reviewing one of my favorite shows that I hold near and dear to my heart, Chasing Atlanta, you guys. Season 5, Episode 8. Tonight, it went down. Let me tell you, I got my whole life from this episode, you guys. It was so much shade being thrown. It was so much tea being spilled. Okay, so we gotta get to some things, girl. We gotta talk, girl. First off, let me say, if you are new here, and if you like what you see here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can get the drop every time I drop. Hit that like button, comment, and share the video if you care. Also, I wanted to let you guys know that this show has, given me my whole life. When I say my whole entire life, you guys, I was in here laughing, cackling, living. Oh my goodness. The girls did not come to play last night. I have been watching this show since last season. I loved it. I just live for the girls. The girls are giving everything that needs to be gave, okay? So I just want to say that I hold Chasing Reality very near and dear to me. Their channel is thriving. They are literally doing everything that they need to be doing as far as bringing us the content that we need to see. Okay, production, I'm so proud of them. They have came up. I've watched them grow, and I just love the content that they are giving us, you guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you need to go ahead and click over to the Chasing Reality channel and get into it. Yeah, in the words of Miss Doja, okay? Because, baby, y'all want to see some real drama. Y'all want to see something with a storyline that actually have structure and actually have a concept to the show. Unlike some shows, I'm not going to throw no names out there. I want to see some good quality TV that actually gives something and have everybody up or that's on the show bring something to the platform, showcasing their music and any endeavors that they have. I just feel like they're doing a phenomenal job. So if you're not familiar with Chasing Atlanta, go on over to the Chasing Reality channel and you guys subscribe to it, because I'm telling you, you are missing out. Now we're going to go ahead and get into the review. This is Season 5, Episode 8 of Chasing Atlanta. Okay. So the show starts up with, we see Aaron Thomas, you guys. Aaron is a newcomer on the show. He's not a new face to all of us, but he is a new face on the show. He has appeared on, I believe, American Idol. Also, he was a winner on Sunday's Best, but his voice is unreal, you guys. It's smooth like butter. It's kind of a mix of like Omarion and Trey Songz kind of mixed together. His voice is just, girl, ooh, girl. I wish he was looking my way, but he ain't swinging my way. But honey, I'm telling you, if he was, girl, he could sing the panties off my ass, okay? Him and Ike, because Ike can sing his ass off too. He has a more deeper, sultry, voice, whereas Aaron has a smooth, buttery, falsetto voice about him. Like, I just love them. And on the after show, they actually was up there together hosting, and they did a bomb job, you guys. I watched it from beginning to end. I'm living for the after shows, but we'll get into that at the end of the video because there was some tea spilled on that. So we get to the Aaron Thomas event. He's throwing his first event in Atlanta and with his management company, and they're going to basically showcase his music. They're going to have like some one-on-one interviews, conversations, so we can get to know Aaron, because we don't really know him too much. It's about his life and things that he's went through, and how he came from at the bottom, getting all the way to the top and having to start back over because of his sexuality, how he was brought up in the gospel music industry, and how he was afraid of actually being himself and coming out as a homosexual man, and how he felt like it was frowned upon in the church and he couldn't fully be himself. And once he came out and expressed himself and declared his sexuality, that's how he felt finally free from all the bad and negative stigma of being a gay man and gospel, and he felt like he couldn't truly be himself. So I'm glad that we got his backstory. We found out that he was molested at a young age, by a teacher at that. And we find out he was homeless and all the triumphs and trials and tribulations that he had to go through to get to where he is now. And Aaron is doing the damn thing. And let me tell you something. His music was lit. He played one song called Dreaming. Sonically, it sounded amazing. Live for it. His R&B music, it touched my soul, you guys. He has another song called Evidence. He killed that. I love that song as well. And all the songs that he played, like I'm ready to go listen to his whole album, honestly. Aaron Thomas, you guys, that's his name. And I'm not sure what his album is called, but I'm definitely gonna look it up and listen to it because I'm about to go download them songs. They was lit. At the event, he invites, some of the guys to come out and support him. We see Dominique there and his little boo thing, Anthony. And, he wants to come out and see what's going on because, like, a lot of the cast members were saying they don't really know Aaron too much. Aaron hasn't really been around. And in the after show, he says that he wasn't around that much was because Aaron was booked and busy, honey. He was, touring and doing shows. And now looking back, he feels like he wish he would have did it sooner and got to know the girls just a little bit better. But, he was getting to the bag. He was getting to the bag. He was chasing that bag. And that's what Chasing Atlanta is all about. Everybody chasing their dreams and chasing that bag. So you guys can get to know him on a deeper level. So I'm glad that he is showing up to the scenes and he getting a lot more camera time because I want to know more about Aaron Thomas too. So I definitely feel Dominique on that. And we also see that another person that he was invited there is Rico with the K. I love Rico. I love him. He is my favorite by far. I just love his energy. I love that he's cool with everybody. He doesn't get into the bullshit. If you wrong, he'll tell you about yourself. And Rico gets it to you straight, honey. I love his music. He's a phenomenal rapper. Like, his bars is crazy. His beats are crazy. Like, sonically, he's amazing too. Like, there are a lot of good artists on this show, you guys, that are showcasing their music and it is bumping. Like, really, everybody that I've heard so far is killing it. Like, everybody is killing it as far as the music tip on this show. And Aaron is doing his thing, and I feel like Rico with a K, he's doing his thing too. And another person that came to the event is Rico Cassadine, you guys. Rico Cassadine comes on in, and baby, when I say I was hollering, y'all, when I say Rico had me living in his confessional talking about I'm just tipping on in and tipping on, girl, I had to make that my thumbnail because I just got my whole entire life. So Rico gets there and he looks over and he sees Dominique and he sees his boyfriend and he's looking like, well, I see Nika's here with her little mans and she said that every time she see me, it was going to be on site. So, I'm here. I'm here. So, I thought it was on site every time you see me, girl. So, I'm just going to tip it on through, tip it on through. What? Who going to touch me? You? Oh, no, I didn't think so. Tip it on through, tip it on through. Oh, what? You say you were going to do something to me? You what? Oh, you was? Oh, no, you won't. Tip it on through, tip it on through. Who gonna check me, boo? Huh? Thought not. Like, yo, I fucking holler. Yo, Rico is crazy. I love the energy he was giving on that. And I be feeling the same way when people say that on site. People use that phrase too loosely. Like, don't be saying on site if it's really not going to be on site when you see that person. Like, I've said that about somebody one time and I literally got that ass when I saw that ass, okay? So I'm not going to keep saying on site, it's on site when I see you because, I mean, if you don't mean it, baby, don't say it. Because if it's on site, baby, I'm working at Squarespace, so what's up? What's T? Okay. Then we see Rico Cassadine and Rico with the K. They have a little powwow outside because the girls, they get along, but they haven't really been seeing eye to eye lately because of the fact that when the big blowout happened at the HIV awareness event, Rico Cassadine and Neek had gotten to a scuffle. Okay. And Neek got popped in his lip and he got maced, honey. And, Rico was just basically saying that when they was in the midst of the fight, that he felt like Rico with a K had, got his little 1-2 licks in, and he was just baffled because he's like, yo, we were just in the studio, we just chilling together. Like, I don't understand like why he would do that. I just love Rico with a K because he's so authentic, he's so real, he's so raw, and he came to him on some man shit, like as a friend and on some man shit. Like, I heard some rumblings in the streets. Okay, the girls are talking, and they said that you felt a little way about the fight, and you thought that maybe I probably jumped in it, and I hit you. And let me just say that, girl, I don't remember hitting you. I really was. If I did, I didn't mean to. I was trying to break it up. I'm friends with both of you guys. I don't have no ill will towards you. I just, want to be in the middle of y'all stuff, but I would never come at you in that way. If you feel like I did come at you in that way, then, we could duke it out right now real quick. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to say that I live for you. I care about you. You're my girl. I just don't want you to think that I was coming at you in a negative way or trying to attack you, and I really wasn't. You're not what it's giving. So Rico with a K apologizes, and Rico, Cassidy, he accepts it, and I'm glad. I don't want to see them fight because I really like both of them, and I just want to see them collab and make a bomb ass song together and just kill it in the studio because they're both phenomenal rappers. I love them both. I just want to see them continue to support each other and stay friends, you guys. I don't want to see them fight, so I'm glad they made up and they squashed that. I noticed that Rico Cassidy said in his confessional that maybe he jumped the gun thinking that Rico did something to him, which I think he did because I did watch that episode and I rewinded that clip over and over because I did see a hand go, a hand come over, but I didn't see a connection and I didn't see it look as if it was a punch being thrown. It looked like somebody was trying to grab to break up the situation. I'm just glad that Rico Cassidy actually admitted that he was wrong and he accepted Rico with the K, apology, and they can start over fresh and move on. So I live to see that, like both Ricos, okay? And I don't want to see them fight. No more fighting, you guys. I love you guys. So then we get to the next scene, and speaking of Rico with a K, he is back, and I'm so glad, y'all, because he was not on the last episode, and I was just like, where's Rico? That's my baby. So Rico with a K is over at his creative director's house. His name is Cardi Monroe, and they're discussing concept for Rico with a K's album that's about to drop, and wants to have Jay Amore come on over so he can discuss, the fashions and get him together, honey, for the looks, baby. So he breaks it down about his album and how his album has 4 different phases, and in each phase he's gonna do like a trailer for it, and he just wants, Jay to style him for each trailer, and he kind of giving some of his ideas and what he's gonna be doing. Rico said he's gonna shave his hair, and I'm like, no. Don't shave your hair. I love his hair. Oh my God, no. So Rico said that he wants to cut his hair because he feels like he's shedding. He's shedding that old him off, and he's be blossoming and becoming the new man that he is. And he uses the word, since you met me, I have become, a little bit gayer. And I'm like, what is gayer? I got what he was saying though, but Jay he had me laughing when he said, honey, what is gayer? Not gayer. I thought that was cute, but he said he grew up hard and he had to fight for his, and he was in the streets and he's trying to make his way through this rap game, and he don't want to be looked at differently because he is attracted to the same sex. So Rico is killing it. He is rapping a lot harder than a lot of these straight niggas out here, okay? So y'all better not sleep on Rico. Either one of them, Rico with a K or Rico Cassidy, because the girls are giving it, okay? I appreciate Rico for not letting his sexuality try to put a hindrance on his career, and he's still in the game and he's killing the game. I just love that he's up here and he's a part of it, and he's showcasing his music and he's showcasing that talent. So I love Rico, you guys. I live for Rico. He can never do no wrong in my eyes, okay? Troy just pulls up to the spot and walks up in the spot, okay? And Rico said, not you just walking the fuck in, girl. Baby, I was weak when he said that. He said, baby, you gotta try that again. This is not my house, okay? This is Cardi crib. Okay, you need to try that again, girl. I know you didn't just walk the fuck up in here. I thought that was so cute. But Troy is just so spoiled, and he just don't care about nothing. I'm just like, you ain't even apologize to the man. Oh, I'm sorry, like, my fault. He just go, oh, well, my fault, but I'm here. That's how he gave it. That's the vibe that I would give him. Like, well, girl, you told me to come, and now I'm here, so what? What we doing? Okay? You should have left the door open, okay? So Troy gets there, and honey, this is the most shadiest scene probably of the whole damn episode. Guys are talking, and Rico hasn't been around because Rico said he was sick. He was under the weather, so he hasn't been around the group in a while. And so Troy and Jay Amore, they, fill him in and give him the rundown of what's been going on amongst the girls. So he's asking them, like, are you guys cool with everybody? What's going on? What did I miss? And Troy pipes up and says, they got issues with Rico Casserole. That was a good one. He said, bro, Rico Casserole is still in the oven baking, girl, and she is burnt. I said, not overcooked. And then, he was like, well, we still at odds, and me and Cameron, we kind of made up, so we're okay. And that's when J.R. Moore pipes up and said, who? So then, Troy says, yeah, your girl, your designer sister. Shade. Oh my God. So Rico is just laughing, getting his whole life off this. And J.R. Moore just like, girl, I don't know. And I don't know. So Rico like, damn, what I miss with y'all? Because the last time I seen y'all came to an event together. So what's going on, girl? What is the tea? And J.R. Moore was like, I mean, it's really nothing, no discussion to be had because we were never friends to begin with. And, I don't have nothing to say about Cameron. Like, who, girl? I don't know. Like, we have nothing to discuss. You like shade is shade, but when you come for me and mine and what I got going on in my business, like, girl, I can't get with that. So I just gotta let you go. Like, no, I'm not gonna get off my chariot to throw tomatoes with you, sweetheart. Okay, in the words of Miss Mariah. Oh, I feel Jay on that. Like, if it ain't all that deep, then I ain't about to go back and forth with you. Jay's not feeling Cameron still. Troy not feeling Rico. Talking about casserole. Honey, that had me hollering. So then Troy brings up Aaron and he shades Aaron. He's talking about the only person that I really don't know like that is Aaron. That's what Jay was saying. Troy, he just drinking his drink, child. Like, girl, he was trying to talk to me, honey, and everybody looking like, what? And he was like, yeah, girl, he was trying to be my sugar daddy and da-da-da-da-da, and whoopty-whoopty-whoop, and, it's not giving. And Jay was like, what's it giving? And Troy was like, girl, it's just not. It's not giving at all. It's not giving. I love Troy, whatever, but I do love the fact that he checked Jay in the confessionals like, girl, what is all this who and who? Acting like you don't know who Cameron is, girl. Let's not play like you don't know who your good designer sister Judy is, girl. Let's not play like you an owl around here. Ain't no owls up in here. You know who Cameron is, your good Judy, because you were just talking shit with her about me, right? Oh, okay. Uh-huh. I was like, come on, Shade. Come on, Shade. So then we get back to them talking about Aaron, and I just thought that was messed up because Aaron hasn't done nothing to nobody. He's a really cool dude and he's really goofy. He's not a confrontational person. He really doesn't even have that negative energy about him. So I'm like, why are y'all coming from Aaron? Not Aaron. Come on now. Y'all better listen to the AT vibes and get yourself together. Get into his music, okay? Because his music is giving. So y'all talking about what he ain't giving. His music is giving. It's giving what it needs to be gave, okay? Troy wants to bring up that they are planning a boys trip. Yes, honey. I cannot wait for this. So Troy is planning a boys trip to Tennessee. They're going to the mountains. He rented a cabin and the cabin was sickening. Okay. It was very nice. And he started throwing a little shade like the girls might not be able to afford this or whatever. They talking about how I don't have my credentials and I do for a living and all this. But, the salary checks out, okay? And I got the coins, whether they want to admit it or not. You don't come for me or whatever. So Troy throws his little shade, and I was watching the after show, and Aaron was highly pissed off that he was talking a little ish about him. And he goes to say that Troy was trying to talk to him. Honey, he dropped that tea. He wanted Aaron to be his sugar daddy. And Aaron was not giving that. Aaron was like, no, I'm good on that or whatever. So when he turned Troy down, that's when Troy tried to act like he turned Aaron down, try to flip the switch on a bitch. I'm glad that Aaron got to give his side and, tell them what's really going on. I just felt like that was messed up that, Troy was talking. But Troy always talks. We know that. We know this. So then in the next scene, we see Neek going to go out on a date with his boo thing, Anthony. They've been together for 8 years. And last season, Neek had proposed to Ant. They were surrounded by their friends and family. Honestly, Neek is more so feminine in the relationship. And his boyfriend, Anthony, is more masculine to me in the relationship. So it's kind of a double standard. how women shouldn't propose to men. I mean, they can, but they say that it's more traditional for a man to propose to a woman. So it was kind of untraditional that Neek had proposed to Ant because he's the more feminine one in the relationship. So I can appreciate the fact that Neek was like, "Look, honey, I had to get a move on things. Like, I'm ready to get this going. Like, 8 years is a long time, and they've been through so much. And this last year, their relationship kind of been strained because a lot of people didn't know that Anthony is going through a lot. He's mourning. He's going through a lot of deaths in his family from his father, his aunt, and his cousin all passed away within 3 months of each other, you guys. So he is really going through it, and he mentally just checked out. And I definitely get that. I can understand how that feels because my mom passed away 2 years ago, and I checked out. I have moments where I have to get back in because if I check out for too long, the girls will come look for me, honey. So I definitely understand, and it's so tragic, and I just feel so bad for Anthony, and the fact that not only is it happening to him and affecting him, but it's also affecting me because they're in the same relationship, they're in the same household. It affected him as well. So I know sometimes losing a parent is something that you can never get over, but I just want to, extend my condolences to Anthony, and I feel so bad for him, and I just want to see him and Neek. I love them together. They're so cute together. I want to see them grow, and I want to see them get married. I love them together. They talk about Neek, and he has the upcoming product that he's about to drop because we know that Neek is a pet groomer. He has his own business. He has a lot of celebrity clients, high upper class, celebrity clients. And I'm proud of Neek. He's doing this thing because you don't really hear too much about that. So Neek is in his own lane and he's killing it. He has a new product that's coming out and it's called Fruity Fur. It's basically a pet perfume. And I noticed that he had a commercial ad in between the scenes. And I love that. He's promoting his business. He's doing this damn thing. And I just want Neek to stop getting into the drama, get into the mess, and get to that bag. Keep getting to the bag. Stay focused on that. Stay focused on you and your relationship, being there for Anthony. Because Neek is getting dragged into a lot of the mess that's been going on. That whole fight with Rico Cassadine was completely unnecessary. And I get that he wanted to confront him, but a conversation could have been had without girls tussling. You know what I mean? So Neek has to grow up on that part. I know he has a lot of built up frustration and probably anger because of what he's going through at home, and he can't express himself on that because he don't want to tell all the girls his business. Lashing out and fighting with the girls is not the way to go. So I want Neek to clean that up and focus on the bag. Anthony brought up that Dominique had proposed to him and he appreciates it, but he feels like he wants to be the one to propose to Dominique. And I get that. He was like, you deserve it. I love when he said that. He said, you deserve to be proposed to. And I want to give that to you. And I'm serious about our engagement. I still want to get married, but I just feel like we should do a re-proposal. And I want to propose to you. And I just love that little scene. That was so cute to me. So then we get to the next scene. And Neek is throwing his event for his launch of his new pet perfume called Fruity Fur. I think that's a bomb-ass idea, Neek. Keep doing your thing. You're in your own lane. Nobody's even coming for you. You don't have no competition, baby. Just flourish and do the damn thing. I'm so proud of him. That was dope. That was really a dope product to come out with. And he's staying in his lane as far as him being a pet groomer, doing all things around his business and related to his business. So I'm proud of Neek for that. The girls come out. We see Miss Oliver. We see Miss Willa. That's my girl. She's my other fave on the show. And Drew Friday. We see Miss J. Moore. Everybody is coming out. And we see Troy. Everybody is coming out for Neek and his launch. And they all sit around the table smoking hookah. So they're all sitting around chopping it up. And Willa brings up, what's been going on with her and her whole rental situation that she got going on, which is so unfortunate. I hate to see her go through it. Originally from Memphis, Tennessee. She moved to Atlanta, chasing her dreams. And she's doing a phenomenal job as far as her being a hairstylist, and she also wants to get back into cooking because she's trying to start her own little catering company because she's a beast in that kitchen. I believe it. She looked like she can burn. Just going through so much as far as the moving expenses and something up along the lines of the check sent back from the rental office. And she had moved to Atlanta originally. She signed a lease that was supposed to be for about 7 months, just to see if she was going to like it, and then it went from 7 months to 15 months. Along the line, something got mixed up, and now she's out of an apartment. She has no place to stay. All her stuff is in storage, and she's moving from friend house to friend house. And the one thing about Willa, she wasn't crying about it. She wasn't begging for sympathy or pity. She said, you know what? Good trouble doesn't last always. And I know I'm a hustler, and I'm gonna get out of this. I just gotta take the bad right now, because the good is gonna come soon, and I'll be all right. I'm gonna get back on my feet, and I'm gonna be just fine. And I just love Willa's spirit. She's so beautiful on the outside and on the inside, and she's literally the fan favorite this season. Like, she's killing it. I love me some Willa, honey. So then we get into Miss Oliver coming out and telling everyone that he is newly single, and everybody's like, what? Your boyfriend was just at the event. Like, what? What you mean? And he's like, I know, but, things didn't work out, and I have to do what I got to do, and that's just where I'm at with it, and nobody really knows this, but, I just want to give, Drew props and thanks for being that friend of mine in my dire need that I needed at that moment, and being there for me. I just appreciate it so much. And he breaks down and cries, and Drew goes over there and give him a hug. But Drew gets in that confessional, honey. And she says, what, me? Me? What? Me? I mean, girl, I sent you a few text messages and, all of that, but I didn't know that I was the one that helped you get out of that, that sunken place, and I was doing all these things for you. I didn't know I was doing that good of a friend. I didn't know I was doing all of that. But, okay, all right. And I was just like, Drew, why you got to do all that? Like, I hate when somebody act like, okay, we're friends in private, but we're not friends in public. Like, that's the vibe she was giving in the confessional. Like, she really downplayed their friendship, and I didn't like that. So now I'm side-eyeing Drew. Now, I was already kind of side-eyeing Drew because of the last episode, and Rico, Cass, and I put that ass on blast about the whole situation with him and trying to drop a bomb on Neek, which is why the whole fight blew up in the first place, because Drew kind of instigated that shit. She was sitting there in the midst of the girls saying that, okay, Rico, you did say that. You did say that. You did say you had a bomb to drop. And then turn around and get in Rico's face and say, I never said that you had a bomb to drop. All I said was that you didn't really care for Nico, whatever. He gave you a dry high. But Drew, like, you got to keep it consistent, baby. You can't say one thing to them and then say another thing in your confessional, talk all that big talk. You know what I'm saying? Because when you sat in his face, you didn't have nothing to say. And now you're in the confessional talking shit about Oliver, and Oliver don't do nothing to nobody. Like, leave Oliver alone. So I didn't like that. I'm looking at you now like, Drew, cut it out or whatever. And then he gonna say Oliver needed a moment and, trying to steal Willa's shine because Willa was being vulnerable in that moment, and Oliver over the whole conversation with his tears. And I'm just like, Drew, pipe down, because I'm going to tell you why she really mad. She really got mad because after Oliver came out and said what he said, Drew tried to tell everybody about what happened with the sit down with Rico and how it wasn't his fault, and Oliver just sitting there like, girl, that's my friend, girl. We're not going to do that, girl. I don't want to hear it about my friend. So, she was like, no, I'm not going to throw no shade. Because first she started the conversation by saying, yeah, I had to sit down with Crock Pot. And Oliver was like, girl, who that? Who Crock Pot? And Willow was like, girl, Rika Casserole. And Oliver's like, girl, don't do that. That's my friend, girl. Don't do that. So then Drew was like, oh no, I'm not gonna shade. Okay, you right. I'm not gonna say nothing. But yeah, I met up with him to get into some things, and we tried to have a conversation. Well, I tried to have a conversation with him, and he kind of got, hostile and irate. So we didn't really get anywhere. But he asked for the proof of what I was saying, and I provided that proof. And once I provided it, he still had something to say. So I don't understand that. And then J.M. Moore pipes in, and he was like, well, this is the part that I don't understand. I'm trying to figure out why I have already brought up the person that is in question, that's going around saying that Rico has a problem with Neek and has receipts of Rico saying that he was going to drop a bomb on Neek. So that person has already came forward and said all those things. So why are you not mad at that person in question, but you're still friends with them, and you're mad at Drew for saying what the person in question had told her. So it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? So I get where Jay coming from with that. Rico, if you are friends with the person that's been talking shit about you and spreading all this, tea about you dropping a bomb on Neat, how are you not mad at that person when you're the source? You're mad at Drew for telling other people about what your friend said about you. You should be mad at him, honey. That's all I'm saying. But I get why you're mad at Drew, because Drew is an instigator and Drew keeps getting in stuff like Neat does. All you gotta get in there and give your little 2 cents. Like, that gets annoying. So I see why Rico is mad at Drew. But if you're going to be mad at Drew, be mad at your friend too. Keep that same energy. Jay asked, that question to Oliver, like, well, what do you think about it, Oliver? And, that's your girl. And Oliver was like, girl, listen, all I got to say is that Rico has his reasons. I'm not going to defend, Rico and say he was right about the situation. I want to be sitting here talking about it. That's my friend. I'm going to, stand for my friend. And it is what it is, child. And Monique and Troy, they just like, well, girl, look, we're not going to keep talking about this. He's not even here. And that's not the energy that we're trying to have right here, right now. So Troy's like, baby, we are all about to go on a boys trip for Neat. And we're going to Tennessee. We're going to the mountains. I got a bomb-ass cabin and everybody's going. Everybody's invited. So let's, focus on that. And Willa, I noticed as soon as he said Tennessee, Willa said, oh, yeah, like, oh, I can't wait for this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad we get to see them go to Tennessee because that's where she's from. And, get to go to her neck of the woods, child, because she's the newcomer in the group. So I'm glad that they get to go to her stomping ground. So let's see how they act when they in Tennessee. Okay, the Tennessee. Okay? So everybody cheers, and then they all, say they love Neat and that they're doing this for Neat for his bachelor party, and they're going to have a big blowout. They're going to have a ball. So Neat says in his confessional, well, me and Aunt, like, I really don't want to, celebrate my engagement right now because we're not in the best of places when it comes to that. But Neat's like, I'm not turning down no free trip, so girl, I will see y'all hoes in Tennessee, okay? So we get to the next scene, you guys, which is one of my favorite scenes of the whole night. Rico Cassadine and Wayne DePayne go on a date, you guys. It's so sweet. And Rico takes Wayne to go to a drag show. And they went to go to a drag show because Rico wanted to give his backstory as to what he did in his early 20s. He did drag for a while and he loved it. And I didn't see Rico doing drag, but apparently he did and he loved it. And he just loved becoming somebody else and that persona that he gets to live out. And people loved him as his character, but he didn't have that same love as, Rico. He wanted people to love him for being Rico. And, he grew up insecure because he was bullied and, he was just insecure about his weight. And, he's a big boy and, ain't nothing wrong with no meat on the bones, honey, because when it get cold some nights, you be needing some meat and bones, okay? I bullied a lot. And because of that, it made him insecure. So when he became this persona, this character, when he did drag, it just brought his confidence back out of him. And I'm glad that he did experience it. He dabbled in it. He loved it. He is who he is now because of it. He is Rico Cassadine, okay? That girl, that bitch, okay? So I love it, and I'm loving that we get to see his backstory and find out more about Rico, because with Neek, he's all, tip it on and tip it on and tip it on through, who gonna check me, boo? But with Wayne, he just being so sweet, like, hey, Wayne, you looking good or whatever, I want to hear your music. Oh, hey, I can listen to you. Okay, thank you. I love that. I love this little side of him, and I just think that it's dope. I think that it's dope that we get to see him being vulnerable, and Wayne, we get to see him being vulnerable because we didn't get to see a lot of Wayne by himself. We see him in a lot of scenes with Kendra. I'm glad that we get to see this side of Wayne. I'm loving his vulnerable side as well, and we find out why he is the way he is. He's trying to get that bag. He got a lot of stuff that he got going on, so I'm loving Wayne backstory. The songs, y'all, Wayne songs, y'all. The Wayne with it, Wayne with it. You know I came with it, and now play with it when it come to me getting rich. Hey, I was like, come on, Wayne, come on. And I like Count Up the Cost too. Count Up the Cost, count up the cost, count it, count it, count it, count it, count up the cost. I love it. Okay, count it up. Got it. You know, I love it. I love it. So I'm glad we get to see his music. I'm telling y'all, the music on this show is so phenomenal. If they don't do a Chasing That Bag tour, like that would be so epic. And I will come out and support that. Like one of the girls called in to the after show and she was like, producers, hello, are y'all listening? Like, come on, y'all need to go on tour. And I would definitely come the hell out. And I was like, girl, I'll come out too. Shit. So that was a bomb ass idea. So shout out to her. And you know, I want to see it. I live for it. You guys, the music is crazy. They are killing the game. So I'm loving that. And I'm loving this scene with Wayne and Rico. We get to know more about them. So it was a good scene. I'm loving it. Then we get to the next scene, which is the mess. Let's get into it. So then we see Miss Oliver, LaKendra, and Troy. They went to go play Top Golf, honey. And I just went to go play Top Golf in March with my best friend. Her name is Kendra. And we were supposed to go to a Tyler, the Creator concert, and it got canceled the day of. So we went to go to Top Golf instead. And honey, I'm so glad we went because we had a ball. I was in there hitting them balls, honey, dancing the dancing queen. Playing all the country music, child. We was in there square dancing and hitting balls. And honey, them rich white men up in there, honey, we seen them and they seen us. And a couple of them came over there to help us shoot the club and stuff. Cause I got the biggest one. Yo, I was trying to hit that ball. That ball so little. I was like, I need a big club. So I had a wrong club. I was trying to hit that mug, okay? But y'all, we had a ball. The drinks was flowing. We had some Bombay mixed with something, girl. I don't know. But so that just brought me back, just seeing them out there having a ball. And Troy was like, yes, honey, I just want to get with my good girls, honey, because we are the original three. And I just wanted to see you guys and chill with you guys and catch up. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that they all three of them came to the group together. Like last season, which is where I came in, and honey, it was a skirmish, okay? It was a battle royale, okay? Because all I know is Wayne hit somebody with a chair, and it was a bottle of Hennessy getting thrown over here, honey. Miss Oliver is always getting tossed in the damn scuffle, child. It was just a lot. And I know Troy went outside to go pop that trunk on Kendra and Wayne ass, honey. Got something for your ass in the trunk, okay? It was just chaos, you know, mayhem. So I'm just glad to see that they came a long way from then till now, because I love seeing them together, you know, all getting along. You know, I love the shade, honey. We all live for a good little fight scene, but I just don't want them to stay, you know, in a contentious place. I love seeing them all come together as one. And they're all doing the same thing. They're all chasing that bag, and they're all chasing Atlanta, so they need to stick together. I love seeing them come together and have fun, you know, girls' night out. And we get to Oliver, you know, he talks about his breakup a little bit. We already know about that. And Kendra, she had just had a recent breakup too. And Kendra is my whole mood for this whole scene. I love her, and I hate seeing her so upset with the stuff she's going through with her grandmother. She had a stroke, and she's not doing too good. And her best friend, who also was a transgender woman, was murdered. It's so messed up, you guys. Like, it is so messed up that people are really go out of their way to harm these women, and when they just want to live in their truth, you know, it's so messed up, and I hate to see it. You know, wish it wasn't that way, and I feel so bad for LaKendra, because I hate seeing her down and out, and, you know, she got so much to give. She got so much talent. She is the queen, honey. I listen to her music. My favorite song of hers is I'm Coming. Just live for Kendra. I live for LaKendra, y'all, and the TS girls are winning, because Miss Willa, honey, she is the fan favorite this year. Everybody loves Willa. Like, she is giving Jessica Dine Southern Belle realness. You know what I'm saying? I love her, and she's killing it. And Kendra, you know, she going through all the stuff she going through. Last year, she was locked up and stuff, and down to her breakup, her grandmother, you know, being sick, and her best friend dying. Kendra got a lot going on, y'all. So I just want to see Kendra bounce back and win and do the damn thing, honey, because we need her. The left, right, veteran. Anyways, we go to Troy, who tells us about his little boo thing that he got. He got a Jamaican boo or whatever, you know what I'm saying? What a guan. Hey, so I'm loving that. Troy got a little boo thing, and he starts talking about that. So they sitting there talking, and they talking about Troy, like, what's going on with you? And Troy like, girl, I got me a new boot, girl, I got me a little Jamaican thing or whatever. Kendra like, is he a top? Is he a bottom? Is he versatile? And Troy was like, he's a top, and and Kendra said, oh, really? A top? Well, all that wood you got, Troy? Oh, well, girl, I would have thought that. I said, come on, Kendra. And Troy was like, well, girl, yes, all this wood. I do got all this wood, but, it gets touched on and all that. I like, to play or whatever. But, him to tell me, take it, Dad, I just love that. So I was like, all right now. All right. Nothing wrong with that. So he was like, he's Jamaican. And Oliver was like, ooh, he Jamaican? And Kendra said, ooh, girl, I know his dick big. And, he big. And then Oliver was like, yeah, and I bet you he's covered, too. And I didn't know what they meant at first. I had to rewind it. I'm like, what does that mean? Until Troy was like, oh, no, honey, he is not. He is cut. And I was like, oh, they talking about if he got a turtleneck. That nigga got a turtleneck. I did not know that. I was like, oh, I didn't know. They talking about him being circumcised. Like, oh. So, girl, y'all, Jamaicans don't get circumcised. I ain't know that. But anywho, I ain't seen an uncircumcised penile in so long, baby. I don't even know. I ain't know they still exist out here. Like, what? Like, what, girl? But anyway, Troy was like, no, girl, he is cut and I love it. I touched it, I felt it up or whatever. And we ain't done nothing yet or whatever. And Kendra said, what, girl? You ain't did nothing with him yet. Oh, we got a 90-day period. We got 14 days left. I'm doing the countdown. And Kendra was like, oh, okay, girl. Yeah, because I was going to say Valentine's Day is coming soon, girl. And I just love the part when Troy was like, no, baby, he is cut. Talking to Oliver. No, honey, he is circumcised, basically saying. But he was like, girl, if he ain't, then I ain't. I was like, I love that. Y'all basically saying, girl, I don't go down there and lick on nothing. I don't slob on no knob that got a turtleneck. So then we get to the mess. All right, you guys. So it can't be no mess without Troy, right? Okay. So Troy was like, well, the girls want to know if you had any idea that Rico Cassadine was going to be bringing that mace to the HIV awareness event, and, because that's your good Judy or whatever, so they thought that maybe you possibly had known already. So Oliver was like, girl, where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Because you're basically questioning my character. Like, what do you mean? And why would I even condone that or encourage that? Of all places, that's huge in the gay community because they still going through that stuff, you guys. And it's an epidemic for them still to this day. That shit ain't over. So the thought that you would even think that I would go out of my way to ruin something so huge and important to our community, not even me as a person, but our community, that's messed up. Like, who said that, girl? Oliver wants to know. So Troy was like, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that girl. He's looking like, Troy, you already that girl because you're the one that brought it to Oliver. You questioning his character. So, well, be that girl. You already that girl. He couldn't get it out, y'all. He was stammering all over his words and stuttering. Like, get it out, girl, huh? Oliver is like, look, y'all not going to put that on Rico because, for one, it wasn't all his fault. It was a lot of girls, putting their 2 cents in and instigating, and that's why it escalated the way it did. I did tell Rico that sometimes he be giving too much and it doesn't have to be given all of that, and it didn't have to get to that level. But at the same time, y'all need to take accountability for y'all part, and y'all not gonna play the blame game and put it all on him because y'all gotta take accountability and responsibility for the part that y'all played in it as well. Troy was like, oh yeah, well, I'll take my part in 100%. And this is when we find out that Troy was the one that encouraged Neat to go talk to Rico Cassadine because he wanted them to settle it and squash it and, clear the air. Damn well Neat can't have a rational conversation with somebody and be an adult and not get hype and get in somebody's face and do all this rah-rah and all that shit. You know that. You know your girl. So come on, man. You set that up. And I feel like that was why this shit went to shit. That's when Oliver was just like, oh, so you told. Oh, okay. Let me find out. Okay. So Troy was like, yes, yeah, I did, but I didn't. Yeah, what? Girl, what? The cat got your tongue, girl? Oliver wasn't having that shit. Y'all not gonna put the blame game on me, honey. And he says in this confessional, honey, Troy's tongue was fighting his face because he couldn't even get out the bullshit that he was trying to spit to me, honey. If you gonna come at Miss Oliver, honey, and you're gonna question my character, you better say it with your chest, okay? Buck up, say it with your chest, okay? And that's on wax, okay? So Troy gets upset because he realized he just told her his damn self. You know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, Kendra, Kendra was trying to get them drinks, honey. She was packing up, trying to get their attention. Like, look, y'all, they packing up to go, okay? You see the dude in the best sweeping the room. And then you see the other dude over there wiping the table off. Then you see the lights going down and shit. And Kendra like, look, girl, they closing. We gotta go, girl. And I'm about to finish this drink. Who drink is it? So she grabs the drink and they poured it in her cup. I was like, yes, Kendra, that's me right there. Troy just gets upset. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Why are you piping up on me? And I was like, you think I'm piping up on you, girl? I'm not piping up on you. I'm just saying, y'all not gonna put it all on me and Rico. And then y'all damn sure not gonna say that I knew that he was gonna bring, because I would have stopped it. If I would have known that he was gonna bring that to the event, I would have stopped that shit. And how the fuck am I supposed to know what's in this man's pocket because he's my girlfriend? Like, what? That make sense, honey. So he was not gonna let Troy try to play him, and I don't blame him for that. Fuck that. And Troy, you tried it. You tried it, honey. Don't try it again, girl, because you ended up looking crazy in the scene. You got up and walked away because you was looking crazy. So you put that on yourself, Troy. But anywho, child, Kendra's face when Troy got up, she was like, like, how did they get here? So, honey, we're going to see the conclusion on the next episode. And Troy, he starts walking off. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Da-da-da-da. Child, there were 2 people in there because the shit is over with. So, how you embarrassed? Girl, goodbye. So, that's where the episode ends, you guys. I love this episode. So much shade. It was so much drama. It was so much mess. I loved it. So much backstory from Wayne to Payne and Rico. I loved that. I love seeing Rico with a K back. I just love Rico with a K. I missed him last episode. And the girls are going on a trip. I can't wait for that, you guys. That's going to be so dope. And I can't wait to see what everybody's going to say when they all get in the room together, honey. Especially Jay and Cameron. See what that's going to be like. Rico and Drew Friday. We'll see what that's going to be like. It's so much mess going on. The after show was lit. We had Ike and we had Miss Erin, honey. Erin Thomas. They was giving us vocals, honey. And I love the little duet that they did. They did a Music Soul Child duet. And, honey, they was singing the panties off some girls, honey, getting the girls wet with the vocals, child. So wet that Dre Simber hopped his ass in the comments, talking about I'm still wet from the last duet. Girl, that had me hollering. If y'all don't know who Dre Simber is, he is a menace to the girls. He was just in, I think, Dallas, on Chasing Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. And then I seen him on Gemini Films channel. So, y'all, Dre Simber is all over the place, child. He was talking shit in the comments the whole time, too. So, the after show was lit. The boys spilled some tea, gave us some backstory. And I love the fact that Erin checked Miss Troy, honey. And I just love it, y'all. The show is lit. If you haven't seen the show, you need to go head over to the Chasing Reality channel and hit subscribe, you guys, because they are giving you everything that needs to be gave, okay? You guys tell me what you think in the comments. Tell me what your favorite scene of the night was. And also like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. And I will see you guys on the next video.